Hey, everybody. Coming on here with as much pep as I can between moving, which is physically and mentally exhausting, carloads here, carloads there. Sleep patterns are whacked because of the energy and visitors, and sometimes it's magical and sometimes it's just overwhelming. And I went and had a fascia release session yesterday, which was fabulous. And I felt like I was home because I was back with someone I haven't seen in a decade who just does amazing work. But then I had to drive 7 hours with a car full of stuff to put at someone else's house for safekeeping. And last night, I was just getting inundated with so much stuff. So I called in Archangel Michael, my higher self. I said, please, can somebody translate for me? And of course, no sleep again, feeling like a ragamuffin. But I was semi-conscious about 5 or 6 a.m. when these character beings came forward and they had a sign. And the sign said, Sandy, this is the final question, something along those lines. And then they went, and I was like, I couldn't even keep up with everything. And then it was dark, and then there was a square, like a movie screen, and 2 people standing, and they were throwing punches, at each other. And then they turned around and looked at me as if to say, do you get it? I was like, we're in the final throes. So of course, I had to check in with another healer friend of mine to make sure I wasn't, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, because that's how I feel. I just can't even hold my eyes open. And she said I'm on point, so I'm fully protected, and my vibrations are high, even though I'm not getting a lot of sleep, but it's okay. I just really wanted to make sure I wasn't falling into the trickery. And so I think that's what we mean by not giving into the fear, not listening to the fear-based stuff, which for me, I can usually rise above. But if I'm physically, not in that everything's space, sometimes I think maybe I drop a notch or two, and then I begin to question what it is that I'm seeing. So I want to take those little doubt bugs and out the window they go, and just zip it up and just know that everything that comes through is for my highest good and is for the highest good of all there is. And then, of course, I always give thanks to all the light beings everywhere that are on this mission to align the energies with the higher of us all in the name of love. So I'm very careful with my words. I'm not a brander. I don't like to use a lot of brand words. Sometimes I will, just for lack of figuring out another one, but also everybody kind of knows what certain things are: ascension, 5th dimension, 6th dimension, density, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't really matter, okay? What matters is that you hold your own space and your own light and vibrate with your blinders on. So for me, they always show me, stay in your lane, like I'm on a racing lane that goes around, and there's all these lanes. And get in your lane, Sandy. Widen your lens. So I'm not looking back there. I'm just looking at my own peripheral and my own sights moving forward. And that also helps me to zip it up and align in the best way that I can. And I know a lot of other people are going through this as well. And I want you to know that you're okay. And this is bigger than you. So don't waddle in what's happening with you, like your life, like, okay. Get out of yourself and be of service to the all by stepping up and being of better self-service to yourself, meaning high vibrational foods, water, zippity zappity when you're feeling kind of funky like I am right now. So, I'm here at the park. I'm going to walk a little bit. I'm going to visit with my beings, and then I'm going to go back and begin to move things up and down the stairs here so that I can leave some of my boxes here for safekeeping, as I said. So we all have a tendency to understand that every person is a world. So what goes on in your world might be different than what you think goes on in your neighbor's world, but it's really not that much different, okay? So that's sort of a separation kind of thing, and I get it, but we have to look at the world of the all right now. And you don't need to know what's happening on what planet and who's doing what and who's winning and what hats are saying this and what hats aren't saying that. And just stop and really just tune into just giving thanks to the unknown. And that in the unknown, you're thanking anything and anyone who is working on behalf of the higher good. Leave the details out of it. There are some who can get those very, very acute details. And then there's some, like me, I don't go up there. I don't necessarily see what's happening. So it doesn't matter. We can't get caught up in all the little minutiae that are tripping us up and self-sabotaging, because we're in the left brain trying to make sense in our language. And if we can make sense of it, then we can align with it. No, just align with your highest good for what you want and desire in your highest good, and for all the highest good of everyone and all there is. Stay in your lane, broaden your lens. Breathe with it. Breathe. Because it's an in and out test on how high you can vibrate. And sometimes I think of myself as that lighthouse in the middle of nowhere. And I know that my beacon has to shine bright so others can see land and see safety. So if you can think of yourself maybe in that way, is that you're a lighthouse, and anyone that passes by feels that, Even though I look like a ragamuffin, I'm glad I came on and said this, because it shifted and vibrated me with what just came through. You've got this. You've got this. Rise above. Stay above. Smile. Creates more energy. Give thanks. Much love and light to each and every one of you.